Winter forecaster Stephen Boyle, we are locked and loaded. New York City to approximately Hartford. Locked and loaded. No doubt. National Weather Service downgraded for Hartford County. I think that was a mistake. I really do. But who knows? This storm is very uncertain right now. I am very uncertain with this storm. There's still a lot of uncertainty considering we are in the range of when the storm is happening. I said we would be forecasting the storm right down to the wire. It's going to happen. By the way, coming in at about between 6:45 and 7 o'clock, I am going to be opening up a chat room on Pal Talk. What you do is you go to paltalk.com or just go to Google and search Pal Talk. Go there, download it. Once it's downloaded, you have to create an account. Search for New England weather or Northeast weather or something along those lines. It'll be a chat room. You go in there and we will be talking about everything about the storm. You can ask me questions. You can stay there and we will have continuous updates. Whether it's emergency updates, whether it's watch warning advisory updates, snowfall amounts that are going to be coming in over the course of the next 12 to 24 hours. We will be talking about everything associated with the storm. Okay. And if you have any questions, concerns, whatever, go ahead and go and do that. Okay. Between 6:30 and 7 it'll be opening, and it'll be staying open for most of the night tonight. This is a serious storm. I want to show you this thing. Let me tell you something, man. This is some serious. I apologize about my bird. He tends to be a very happy bird. So here he is. Say hi. So if you hear him whistling, don't that's what's going on. He must be happy about the storm. Anyway, this is an impressive storm, man. This is getting energy. Where is my pointer? Right here. This thing is gathering energy from way up north in Canada, and this is streaming right into the storm center. And then you're getting true Gulf of Mexico almost all the way down. Let me tell you, folks, this is going almost all the way down to near Mexico, through the Caribbean. So this thing is gathering a lot of energy. Oh yeah, this thing is, you've got this, textbook major snowstorm. Virginia to Boston. This is textbook. What's gonna happen? I don't know. Something I mentioned though, and that is happening. Where is this low right now? Chesapeake Bay. I said somewhere in the Delaware to northern Jersey area. Guess what? That's where it's located. It happened. We'll see what happens. Here's where the uncertainty lies. Does the storm move due east? Does it move slightly to the north like this? Or does it move slightly to the south? This is approximately, if I were to have to guess, the difference is approximately maybe 100 miles. I'm going to go ahead and say that's about 50 miles. That's about 50 miles. And that 50 miles, it's like trying to forecast a specific city 5 days out. You can't do it. It's impossible. No matter how much advanced Doppler radar, no matter how much advanced satellite data you have, the only way you can forecast it is by going minute by minute, hour by hour. That's the only way you can do it. Something I do want to note and that I want to mention. Moisture is filling in now all of southern New England. There was some dry air this morning that was being fought. It looks like it now has been fought off. Just got to wait for the snow to come in. Here's the radar imagery. I want you to look at something. There is snow now, most of northern Connecticut. Notice how there are plenty of bands that are forming in here. I am very worried. It is one of the most difficult forecasts I have ever done in my whole entire forecasting experience. I want you to look at something though. This right here, this right here is a major band. It is thumping away central Jersey. There is still intense snows back into the Philadelphia area, even into Washington. It's still snowing pretty moderately. Okay, you're getting somewhat light precipitation, although this is most likely not reaching the ground into northern Massachusetts. This is important because this shows that the moisture is coming north. So all that needs to happen is you need to just start moistening up most of the atmosphere and you're going to start snowing away. This is current model data, or not model data, this is current surface data. Notice you've got, this is the surface map right here, and you've got your low right in here. This is the upper level low, the actual surface low is right in here somewhere. I'm going to show the SREF. A lot of people are like, what are you doing? That's not right. Folks, it's here. What do you do? I don't know. This is right now, and this is right. It's right. Look at current data. This is current data right here. Whoops, where did the SREF go? This is the SREF. Current SREF. It's the same. You've got major snows, central Jersey. You've got some good snows. Long Island, light snow now into Connecticut. This is in about approximately a couple hours or so. Starting to get some moderate snow into Massachusetts. You're getting some good hefty snows northern Connecticut, and it is thumping away. It is thumping away central Jersey up into the New York City metro. Absolutely thumping away. This is later on tonight. Look at that. It is still snowing pretty moderately to heavily into Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut. Notice there's a few spots that are even picking up perhaps over 2 inches an hour. Oh yeah. This starts winding down a little bit towards, so this is in about a couple hours. This would probably be 9 to 10, maybe around 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. This is around 3 o'clock. This is around just before daybreak. Still snowing. We're starting to wind everything down. Western parts of Massachusetts, central Connecticut. And then this is daybreak tomorrow. Still snowing. Cape Cod, the islands, still snowing there. Notice there's some light snows. Cape Cod. And we're now done. That's what this ref is. Now, this is on top of what we've already picked up. I think New York City has picked up something like maybe 10 inches, maybe 11 or 12. Another 11 inches. Another 11 inches for New York City. Yeah. Some of them are anticipating another 18. This would be significant. We'd be talking over 30 inches, New York City. So this is locked, loaded, over 2 feet, New York City. This is into Boston. Notice the uncertainty. There are a few up here, which I wouldn't disregard them. Very unlikely, but who knows? I mean, this storm has been producing a lot of surprises. But notice most are from anywhere between a ½ inch to up to a foot in Boston, with the median being around, we'll say 6 to 10 inches. This is Western Massachusetts, close to Hartford. Notice you've got a few up in here around a foot or more. A lot of them coming in between 3 to 6. Your median is somewhere around 5, 6 inches. But there's also a chunk between 0 and a couple inches. So everything is on the table right now. Everything is on the table. I said, looking at the current model or satellite imagery, 50 miles to the north or south is all that will make a difference. That's it. 50 miles. 50 miles. It's like trying to forecast 5 days in advance if a certain city is going to get a certain amount of snow. Can't do it. You gotta. What we're doing right now is you gotta forecast minute by minute, hour by hour. That's how you have to do it. So this is the minimum snow amounts. Okay, we are locked and loaded from basically Southwest Connecticut to Pennsylvania. This is locked and loaded. Your uncertainty now, Hartford to Boston. This general rectangle. And this is your 50 miles where things are uncertain. That's your 50 miles. 85% confidence about this, though. Okay, so this is, you can expect this. You can pretty much lay your life down on this. About 1 to 3 inches here into Boston, coating to 1 inch to the north of that. You can pretty much expect, I'm saying, Hartford 6 to 8 inches. That's what I'm looking at. 8 to 12 down into Connecticut. South Central Connecticut, Coastal Connecticut, 12 to 18. This is, you can lay your life down on this. This is what I'm expecting. Okay. Coating to 1 inch, basically north of the Mass Pike. Mass Pike about 1 to 3 inches, maybe nearing 4 inches. Border, right on the border of Mass and Connecticut, 3 to 6. Go a little bit to the south, basically 5 miles south of the border. Talking about 6 to 8. Then you go into Hartford, Connecticut. I could see 8 inches. I could see 9, 10, 11, 12 inches. South Central Connecticut, 12 to 18. I'm looking at New York City Metro, 18 to 24. 24 to 36. New York City, most of New Jersey. Some of this into Northwest Jersey, Poconos, this has already happened. So, this is the maximum. So, if we look at this, if we go south of this line here, this is going to be happening into these regions. So, you're talking south of, south of the White Plains, we'll say that. South of the White Plains down to just south of Yonkers, point south of that. That's where things are locked and loaded with this maximum here. Poconos, up to 2 feet. Most of New Jersey, 24 to 36 inches. This is where things, this is very unlikely, but I could see it happening if some of the SREF models are correct. You'd be talking most of Connecticut, 18 to 24 inches. Along the border, you'd be talking about 12 to 18. Just north of the Massachusetts-Connecticut border, you'd be talking 8 to 12. 6 to 8 slightly north of that, 3 to 6 slightly north of that, 1 to 3 slightly north of that, and then coating to an inch slightly north of that. There is going to be a sharp cutoff with this. And amounts could range significantly from town to town with this storm. Further south, more snow you're going to get. That's what's going on with this storm. Last update, as I said, coming up around 7 o'clock, between 6:30 and 7, I will be opening up the chat room. If you have any questions, comments, if you just want to join in on the conversation, as I will be posting anything, me and a bunch of my weather friends will be posting about emergency situations, if there's any emergencies, if there's any updates to watches and warnings and advisories. Snowfall amounts will be coming in, so we'll be talking about those. Wind reports. Let me tell you, winds are intense. I don't care if you're gonna get something or nothing. Winds are intense out there, man. This is you can tell that this is a blizzard. Okay. And as I said, this is a current satellite imagery. First of all, this low is further to the west than what I looked. The one up into the Canadian prairies. Some of the models had it further to the east. It's further to the west. That means that the high is a little further north and west. Meaning, what does that mean? That this storm is allowed to go a little further to the north and east. Now, it's not going to go that close, but again, does it ride like this? Does it ride like this? Or does it ride like this? That's a 50-mile difference in there. 50 miles. That's all. And you can't forecast that. There's no way. You cannot forecast that. So we'll see. We'll see. Questions, comments down below. If you're not going to join into the chat, again, if you do want to, again, it's paltalk.com. Go there. You can, what you will do is you will download it. You'll create an account. You would have to use an email address, create a password, whatever. Once you got that all set, you would go in. You would search a chat room. It's probably going to be Northeast Weather or something like that. And then from there, you'll be able to come in and ask whatever you want. That is the storm. That is the situation. If not, this is the last update on the storm. I just want to say one last thing. You've got major energy, southern stream energy from the Gulf of Mexico riding into this storm center. You've got major cold riding into this storm center. There's already been surprises with this storm. Like I said, North Carolina, it was much warmer than anticipated. Much more freezing rain. Believe some areas got 3/4 to an inch to an inch. Oh yeah. Sleet. Some areas picked up 2 inches of sleet in North Carolina. Richmond picked up about 8. Some areas around Richmond picked up close to a foot. I was expecting maybe 3 to 6, perhaps a little more than that, but I wasn't expecting 8 to 12. We'll see. We'll see. We're closing in. I wasn't expecting New York City to get close to 3 feet, but they're gonna get at least 24 inches. I was thinking perhaps up to 18 inches in New York City, but they're going to get close to 3 feet. Somewhere in New Jersey, I think there's a possibility someone in New Jersey gets close to 40 inches by the time everything's all said and done. So, that's the situation. Like I said, join in the chat. We'll be here. Have a good rest of your night and stay safe out there and stay warm. Very cold. Take care, everyone.